If you are operating in Muri Salam Mohammed Airport as a stakeholder, as a handler, as a fuel provider, caterer, staff, anybody, you ought to have how you are going to behave, what you do. If you are driving on the air side, you have a speed limit, and this time around there are penalties. If you go against it, you're going to be penalized. So things are being done according to how it should be done, and it is documented. Your stakeholders must be carried along. Even when you finish, you must tell them, okay, this is what we've come up with, these are best practices, these are standards and recommended practices. We all know it, we want to enforce it and want to work with it. Number one, we're going to have a very, very safe airport. We will have confidence of the whole world. Flying to Nigeria will not be those people. Now they know that we are certified. They know that it means we are compliant. So, all the people will be free to come in. Our airfare may likely be reduced because I think people pay premium to come into Nigeria for insurance because we are not a certified airport. So the airlines, the service providers, the stakeholders, everybody will be happy because you have a safe environment to operate and work in. And the whole world will be happy with us, and ICAO too, because there's this slogan that a safe flight starts from an airport and ends in an airport. So if my airport is safe and the other airport is not safe, then it's not a complete safe operations. But if they know if someone is coming from all these other certified airports and they know that they are coming to MMA, which is certified, then they are happy coming because it's leaving from a safe airport to another safer or a safe airport too.
Nigeria is set to begin an immediate review of the nation's Aeronautical Information Procedure, AIP. The Nigerian Airspace Management Agency said the review committee is headed by the General Manager, Safety Management Systems of the agency, Mr. Matthew Pajok. The committee's review exercise is being conducted as a collaborative effort by NAMA in support of the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria towards the attainment of a successful certification of 2 Nigerian international airports by ICAO. The Nigerian AIP is a state document that contains all aeronautical information that relates to the services, procedures, facilities, and personnel at all Nigerian airports or within the Nigerian airspace. Still in the country, there are indications that the price of aviation fuel has skyrocketed to about 265 naira per litre, a situation that may greatly affect domestic airline operations. The increase represents over 110% in 12 months, as the same product was sold for 120 naira per litre between January and February 2016. The increase in the price of aviation fuel, also known as Jet A1, may further compound the problems of Nigerian airlines, who before now have been struggling to survive. Reports say this latest increase is not unconnected to the Naira's downward slide against the dollar. 216 officers have boosted the ranks of the Aviation Security and Firefighting arm of the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria. At the passing out parade of the new staff, authorities of the agency said the recruitment demonstrates commitment to human capacity development to meet the highest standards of professionalism and best industry practices. They also added that discipline, professional conduct and special vigilance must be adhered to at all times. And on the foreign scene, reports say that actor Harrison Ford was piloting the private plane, an Aviat Husky, that was involved in an incident at John Wayne Airport. The FAA said the plane was cleared to land at runway 20L and the pilot correctly read back the clearance. American Airlines flights 1546 to Dallas had 110 passengers and a 6-person crew and was waiting for the private plane to land before taking off. It left shortly after the private plane landed without incident. An American Airlines spokesman said the airline reported the incident to the National Transportation Safety Board and the FAA. In 2015, Ford told investigators he did not recall the moments before he crashed his vintage plane onto a Los Angeles area golf course, suffering serious injuries and badly damaging the aircraft. The star of Star Wars and Raiders of the Lost Ark was the sole occupant of the 1942 single-engine Ryan Aeronautical ST-3KR when it went down on a golf course near the Santa Monica Municipal Airport in March 2015.
Reports say 5 people have been killed after a small plane crashed into a shopping centre near an airport north of Melbourne, Australia. The Beechcraft plane exploded an hour before the Direct Factory shopping mall was due to open. 4 U.S. citizens were reportedly killed. Police say the private charter plane experienced engine failure shortly after takeoff. The pilot called Mayday and tried to turn back to the airport before crash landing into the mall. Emergency crews rushed to the scenes where witnesses said the plane erupted into a massive fireball.
Couple of minutes, fire brigade, aviation, I think police were on scene, and yeah, they got here really quick and everything's been blocked off. Yeah, it's just been chaos pretty much.
The departure airport north of the city has been shut as investigators score for clues to the crash. Authorities call it the worst aviation accident the state of Victoria has seen in a decade. When we return after the break, get more acquainted with the 3 airports in Lagos, Nigeria's commercial capital. Do join us again.